This past week, there was an article entitled "Tweets, Not Resumes, Are Trending." The story focused on how Twitter, a social network platform in which users are limited to 140 characters per tweet, is replacing the resume in certain situations. The irony of this is I was tweeting right before with one of the high schoolers that are sitting over here, Caroline. So this is apropos to what we were talking about just a few seconds ago. Now, as one of the employers interviewed expressed, the paper resume is dead, while another commented, "It doesn't matter to me what someone is like in an interview setting. All that matters is their online personality." Now, even though there are jobs in today's market that an online presence is instrumental, whether tuned into technology or not, can words, those we say and those we write, ever replace our actions, our physical responses, and our hidden bodily cues? Now, words most certainly carry a powerful punch. Cliches such as "the pen is mightier than the sword" and "do as I say, not as I do" attest to this reality. And while words carefully crafted have the potential to do great good, such as bringing smiles to people's faces, offering sympathies, and empowering people to change our world for the better, they can also do permanent damage to individuals, groups, and projects. Now, the famed Greek philosopher Plato recognized the dangers of language and rhetoric, the art of persuasion. Although quite an orator and writer himself, he argued, ironically with his pen, that rhetoric leads to immortality, or not only immortality, but thank you. Tongue twisters. By manipulating people. They falsify power and corrupt the truth. Said thousands of years ago, the words still ring true today as certain politicians, media giants, and religious leaders continue to use language to convince the masses to draw false conclusions, to scapegoat others for problems, and to find individuals guilty, thus making it imperative to prove innocence. This perversion of language challenges us to look towards another cliche to find purpose and truth. Actions speak louder than words. See, tomorrow night, as Shabbat comes to a close and the new day begins, we begin the holiday Purim. Purim, as many are aware, and as I expressed just some moments ago, is the time to read the words of the Megillah, the story of Esther, then revel in the evening, study its symbolic significance in our lives, and satirize our social circumstances. Now, each of these are highlighted in this weekend's celebrations here at Temple, beginning tomorrow night with the Purim Ball, the Megillah reading on Sunday morning, and Monday's culmination with the anticipated Jersey Boys-inspired Purim Spiel. Yet the words of the Megillah and the story of Esther are secondary to the actions that are required of us at this time. When we party and dress up in costumes, we outwardly acknowledge the hiding many of us do daily from the world's harsh realities and the truths we fail to say. When we study the text, we reverse the trend of many who hold on to old paradigms and instead replace them with new possibilities. And when we parody the story and wring our groggers when Haman's name is uttered, we confidently, rather than shyly, concede our fears of evil in the world. Through these actions, Purim concedes our personal vulnerabilities, life's uncertainties, and deep insecurities by letting it all hang out. Now, how do we balance taking pleasure in this irrational? Now, according to our rabbis, Purim connects to Yom Kippur. The Hebrew, Yom HaKippurim, which simply means the Day of Atonement, can also be parsed a day like Purim. While Purim's concentration on debauchery might seem to contradict the serious nature of Yom Kippur, in actuality, both focus on words, yet rely on our actions. Within Kol Nidre, the crux of Yom Kippur, the reason many even come to synagogue that night at all, the words say, "Don't hold me responsible for the vows I have made this past year." Yet these words are minor to the actions we take part in. We open the ark. We hold all the Torahs out for all to see. We stand for a long period of time throughout the prayer. We start the fast, and we beg for a second chance. Through the entirety of Yom Kippur, our actions create the context for us to show regret, to be sensitive to others, and to ask for forgiveness. And this balance between Yom Kippur and Purim expresses the essence of Judaism in its entirety. Words are not enough. Returning to the article, where employers are hiring solely based on the written word, our tradition cautions relying strictly on language to judge ourselves, each other, and our world. Instead of listening to a pundit's viewpoints and internalizing their beliefs, we are challenged to question them and actively research the value of both sides of an argument. Rather than agreeing with someone's opinion to aid those less fortunate, it's our obligation to go into the community, roll up our sleeves, and help someone in need. And instead of using T-shirts, bumper stickers, speeches, or tweets to define our passions, political advocacy, personal wellness, professional success, family, our role is to find out what drives us and commit to it by actively working to accomplish it. Words are hollow. Actions create purpose. So whether Purim or Yom Kippur, every moment for us, including this Shabbat, while words matter, actions mean so much more. So this Shabbat, may we all use our words to guide us to action, thus making a meaningful difference right here, right now, in our community. Shabbat Shalom.